I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
On today's episode of 1 Minute Reactions, reacting to Fire Force Episode 10, The Promise. Now, I absolutely love it when episodes, unveil information, much needed information. You don't gotta hit me with the Assert Magical Index Season 3 amount, but this episode definitely unveiled its fair share. Now, last we left off, we had our battle with Rekka, as well as his untimely death, before we can get any kind of information on the Evangelists and what would be later known as the White Clad or the White Hoods. I'm not 100% sure what terminology to use, as well as we gained a new member in Tamaki. Now this episode picks up right after that. After all this aftermath, it seems the Fire Force is calling a, call to arms. The captains need to assemble. And this is our first glimpse into, the captains. And right off the bat, a couple companies are, piquing my interest. First off, it's Company 3 and it's Captain Giovanni. Super suspicious. He's already talking to Hibana outside. I thought you were with Hajime Industries, that corporation that has its, hands in the Fire Force. She tries to just nonchalantly blow him off. Also, after the revelation that Shinra has an Adala Burst, which I believe is just, the purest form of flames, the ones that Sol, S-O-L, used to create the Earth, and, rumor has it that it might be its destruction. Yeah, it's just basically pure fire. That's how I'm looking at this. Giovanni remarks that, hey, maybe we should segregate him, keep him secured. Hibana's like, nah, he just wants, to do tests. He wants to become like an experiment. Obi's like, no, I got this shit. You can go ahead and you can go fuck off. I take care of my own. And definitely the other company I want to keep my eyes on, I wouldn't say suspicious, but definitely intriguing, is definitely Company 7 and the captain, Benimaru Shinmon. Just the way he kind of acted. He's already touted as being the strongest man in the Fire Force, but when he said Company 7 is going to do what Company 7 does, I never signed up for this shit. I'm outie. I was super intrigued in this dude. Is he going to be a bad guy? Is he just going to be one of those guys hey, I take care of shit? I don't know. Definitely setting up some interesting characters. Not only that, we get a greater look into how close, how intertwined both the religion and the government are. The Holy Soul Temple, we meet, the Imperial King. I believe it was written Raffles III. So we can see how close the Fire Force is intertwined with the religious aspect, the government, everything is intertwined now. We also learn of the Amaterasu, the source of power in this world is actually an Adala Burst. It's just one of these pure flames. So we know that there is one more, or at least there's more than one of these pure flames. I just don't know 100% exactly how they play into the story so far, but it's definitely interesting to see. Speaking of Amaterasu, after the captains are done and Company 8 returns home, they're missing Shinra. Shinra actually went to go look at this plant, and in doing so, he sees a familiar face. Yes, out of nowhere, Joker returns, the man who tells him his brother is still alive, the man who is actually listening in on the meeting of the captains, and unveils another shocking thing. Hey, you're getting close to the Evangelists, you're getting close to the White Clads. Keep doing that and you're gonna get to the brother, because your brother is, he's actually, a higher up, a commander of what they call the Knights of the Ashen Flame, who are in close ties with the Evangelists. I mean, you're gonna figure this shit out. Shinra's like, oh fuck, am I gonna have to fight my brother? I mean, I made so many promises, I have to keep this one. I couldn't save my mother, but I have to save my brother. But is it gonna lead to me and him fighting? I definitely don't want brothers to fight. Come on, man. And upon returning home, Shinra doesn't even know if he can really trust his own company. You see him daydreaming, wandering off. I mean, they're sitting there saying, hey, we have to discover as much as we can about these white clad people. And he's just kind of he's in his own world right now. He doesn't know, honestly, whether he can trust, whether he should tell Company 8. But after a nice little interaction with Takehise, it seems he's made a decision. These people are my family. I love being here at the 8th. Let's let these guys in on what the hell is going on. And they're come to the conclusion hey, if you want to believe your brother's alive, we'll believe your brother's alive. We need to figure out what's going on with the Evangelists. I mean, we'll take them on, but at the same time, we'll also come up with a way to help you keep that promise and save your brother. Like I said, we got a lot of information this episode. I'm so curious. The mascots, are they people in suits? They're giving a really fucking creepy vibe. They seem to be showcased more and more. Another thing, who is the one saying Shinra should have a raise? Is that going to come back, or is that just kind of a off? I don't know. It kind of drew focus. I don't know what's going on with that. I absolutely love that Takehise, took on kind of an older brother role. I mean, we don't see a lot of emotion coming from this dude, and this time he actually, he he kind of laid it on. But just all the revelations, we get to meet all the captains, seeing actually Sho is alive. We know it. Shinra is still in that kind of like, maybe he is, maybe he isn't, but I'm going to assume he is. We know for a fact, we just saw him. I mean, he's completely dressed in white. I think he had a freaking katana too. So it's like a lot of revelations are coming to light. We're starting to get more and more information, so I can start filling in the blanks I've had since the very beginning. I gotta say, I enjoy these informational episodes just as much as the battle ones. But with the investigation of the Evangelist, the White Clad, and trying to find Sho underway, things seem to be getting more and more intriguing. With that being said, I cannot wait for future episodes.